Hello from Syncranti. Let's learn about proteins. Proteins are large biomolecules performing a variety of functions. They were discovered by J.J. Berzelius in 1838. The name protein was derived from potas, a Greek word meaning of prime importance. Proteins are essential for every organism. From cell signaling to performing muscle activity, they participate in almost every biological process. What do these life-sustaining molecules look like? Proteins contain one or more polypeptide. Each polypeptide is a linear chain of amino acids. In nature, 20 different kinds of amino acids are found. Adjacent amino acids are linked together by peptide bonds. Proteins differ from one another primarily in their sequence of these amino acids. There are different aspects of structure of a protein like primary, secondary, and so on. The amino acid sequence is referred to as the primary structure of a protein. These structures are further stabilized by special bonds and form secondary structure of a protein. Spatial relationship of these secondary structures gives a protein its unique three-dimensional shape. Individual cells build their specific proteins in the following way. Proteins are assembled from amino acids using information encoded in genes. Each protein has its own unique amino acid sequence that is specified by the nucleotide sequence of the gene encoding this protein. Genes encoded in DNA are first transcribed into mRNA or messenger RNA. mRNA is then used as a template for protein synthesis by ribosomes. All required amino acids are assembled together by ribosome to form a protein. The number of proteins the genome encodes correlates well with the organism's complexity. Well-developed organisms like human beings have nearly 15,000 proteins encoded in their genome. Bacteria have nearly 3,200, while viruses have only 42. To summarize all this, think of a cell to be a restaurant and the DNA in your cell to be like a recipe book, but in an obscure language that no one can read, with each gene to be a different recipe. First, it needs to be translated into a language the chef knows. This is the RNA's role. Then, the ribosome, acting as a chef, reads the recipe and cooks the dish. Here the protein from its ingredients, that is, the amino acids. The recipe book governs what will be served to the customers, but it cannot do anything alone. Hence, we study all the molecules and how they perform all the processes to run a sophisticated restaurant. In the next few videos, we will see how DNA controls the functioning, growth, and division of the cell via different processes. Until then, goodbye from Syncranti.